Hello and welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network. I am Coach McLaughlin. Alongside me, as always, the Hall of Famer Biff Wilson. Coach, we are outside the MEC for once. At home here, we are going to take on a local rivalry, I guess, so to speak, of years gone past that we haven't played in a few years, and it's our friends down the road at Delta, the Delta Eagles, coming to town. Both teams trying to sneak a game in here before sectional starts, which, if you didn't know, is this week. Sectional will be starting. We'll talk more about that as we go, but it's our friends from Delta down the road, as we'll say nicely about them right now. But jumping a couple classes are the Warriors to play the Eagles from Delta as we prepare for sectional. And as you look at the sectional, as it lines up, we'll take a look at that in just a second. But as you look at it, it's probably a good warm-up and a good match for both teams. So looking at it, pros and cons, Coach, of playing a game this close to sectional, what are your thoughts?
I never did, typically. I like playing the weekend before sectional and then take a couple of practices, adjust, rest, team build, do what you need to do. I've always thought, I guess, that a chance for injury, things like that, a chance, depending on who you play, it might be too easy, it might be too hard, might play with your head a little bit. So me, for the teams I coached, wasn't a fan. But I think that a coach makes that decision based on what he or she thinks is best for the team. And Coach Stanley has said, yeah, let's get one in. This is going to be a tough opponent. It'll give us a good test of where we are and maybe show us some successes, some things we're doing well against a pretty good team. So all the more power to them. Now, and again, kind of depending on when you play, we don't play in the sectional till Thursday.
Right.
So it really works out okay. You got, Tuesday, Wednesday practice the same way we might add Monday, Tuesday before or Wednesday. So I think to each his or her own. Yeah,
it's one of those things, I guess, is you look back and I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer. It's just preference, like you said. And with a young team, sometimes best thing you can do is just keep playing and keep going. You mentioned, we don't play until Thursday. Any of those of you that haven't looked at the draw came out on Sunday. The team got together and they were able to watch it together, and Wes-Del drew Southern Wells, and that's a team that we just played last week. Southern Wells beat us, but sometimes that could play into your favor if you have to play someone and turn around and play them again. The mental part of it, you may let down a little bit. You also kind of know their tendencies, and it's on a neutral court.
Yeah, it is, and Southern Wells is a good team, and we attempted to record a coach's show. I attempted, which will be out in podcast form in the next day or so. But I thought some interesting talk between you and Coach Stanley, and the question came up. You don't know necessarily. Well, you don't always know who you're going to play yet when you're playing a match. But when you're going to turn around and play that team again in the sectional that you played in the last couple weeks of the season, is it better that you won that match, or is it better than you lost that match?
Right.
And there's pluses and minuses for each, but I think I'm with you, and I believe you said, if push comes to shove, it might be better to lose that match than it is to win that match, because now you've got something to aim for, as opposed to being overconfident and going into that match and going, we beat them once, we're probably going to do it again. So we hope that Southern Wells thinks that, and that maybe that we can gain something from that. But Southern Wells is a good team. They're going to be a tough out no matter who's playing them.
Yeah, and if you're looking at it from a coaching standpoint, you say, if I'm on a split, I'm only going to get one. I want to get that one in the section.
Right, exactly.
Obviously, if you're the team that won the first one, you want to win them both. But like you said, they will have their hands full with a good Southern Wells team that has a very good player on their team. So let's shift back and look at this game, though, tonight. Delta comes in, Coach, with a record around 500. But we also know that that's 2 classes above us and also probably a pretty good schedule.
They do have an awfully tough schedule, and year in, year out on prepvolleyball.com with the Z rankings, their schedule is rated usually one of the top 5, top 10 in all classes as far as toughness. They come in at 500 at 11-11. They're 4-3 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, and who knows if they're going to be in that conference next year. There's going to be some shuffling around.
That's right.
But they did lose their last match at South Adams. They're 5-4 on when they play on someone else's courts. But again, they are a 3A team. Max Preps has them ranked 39th in 3A, and Indiana Prep Volleyball has them ranked 36th in 3A. So somewhere in the upper part of the pack there, they are very well respected. We come in to this last match of our regular season with a 9-19 record. We did beat, after the loss to Southern Wells, we had a match at Anderson Prep, and we won that. So we've got a 1-match winning streak. We're 5-3 here in Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium on Kay Saunders Court. And we finished the conference with a 4-5 record. And that was good for, I think, a 4th place, 1, 2, 3, 4, a tie for 4th place with Shenandoah, with Wapahani winning the conference with a 9-0 record. Players we're going to be seeing a lot of for Delta, number 10, Kyra Murray. She gets the call an awful lot offensively, followed by junior Bailey Rich and freshman Amira Wilson as far as attempts go. And then Kyra Murray leads their team in kills. So they hit at a 161 clip, which is not bad at all. And it'll be interesting to see how both teams do in this match tonight.
So there you have some stats on Delta, and I'm sure as we go along we can share some of those updated stats on Wes-Del as we get this started. But first thing we're going to do is pay respects to our country by the national anthem, and then we will have the starting lineup by the volleyball voice of the Warriors, Mr. Brian Lake. So let's pause here for the national anthem. Well, there you have it, starting lineups and national anthem. I want to thank you for joining us here. If you are looking and thought, wait a minute, this is sectional week, you are correct. This is not the sectional, though. This is the last, we'll just call it the last, I don't know, the last stand, the last game you can get in here real quick before sectional. So I'll be totally honest with you, Coach. I didn't even know you could play a game during sectional week, but I guess volleyball is a little different than some of the other sports because when it becomes sectional week in basketball, you are not allowed. You're done. You can't play.
Is that right?
Yeah, that Monday, there's no more regular season makeup games.
I wonder if you could, if you knew your draw and you had a space, I wonder if you could throw one in there on, say, Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'm guessing once it starts,
I don't think so. I don't think so. But what I do wonder is maybe if you could play a non-IHSAA team, maybe, because there are a few of those out there still. I don't know. I'd say probably you probably can't. You can or you can't, I would say. And I'm thinking in basketball at least you can't. So, yeah. I was always afraid of breaking the rules too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here we are. It's Delta versus Wes-Del. Two teams that haven't played for a while in a regular season game. It's been
I want to say the last time they were on our schedule, I believe, was 2018.
All right.
The last time we played them, I think, was 2019 in the county tournament.
Delta comes out strong with a strong service. Kate Maynard is back to serve and gets an ace with her first serve.
The last time we beat them was 2014. Might be the only time we beat them since the 80s. Kay Saunders teams.
Antrim with a chance, goes cross court, played up nicely. An attack here. Goes into the stands. That's number 7, Paisley Terry. She's just a sophomore. We look at this roster, it's a fairly young team for Delta.
It really is. Only one senior on the team, like you said. And then a smattering of juniors and sophomores with a couple of freshmen.
Yeah. That one's just not quite high enough. I always felt like when I had young teams and they were playing somebody a bigger school or somebody that's known to play well, there was always this feeling out period, and sometimes I had to use timeouts early to just remind us that we could play with them. That was a nice dump pass.
Real crafty shot there by our setter, Presley Durr.
And now she's going to go back and serve.
And this is going to set the tone right here for this first set, I think.
And that's just out. Tried to go to the sideline there. So it'll be a side out. Kyra Murray, another sophomore.
She leads the team in aces.
Played up just out of the net. Kept alive. This will be over on 3. Delta on the attack. Outside again. This time played over. And put home by Paisley Terry. As a non-volleyball coach, I'm always amazed sometimes when that ball came over right there, why maybe you just don't go back with it. She just didn't maybe feel like she was in a good spot with the net. And our angle's not great, so maybe she just felt like she was under the net a little bit too much.
And so you're saying, why not attack it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes if you're right there on the net and it's just like a great set, you go for it. Otherwise, pass the ball and get a great set.
That one almost hit the ground, I thought, but I guess not. But finds the floor anyway, so that'll be a side out.
Tough start for the Warriors.
And a quick timeout, like we talked about. Sometimes you just have to calm down. Listen, it's still just volleyball. Let's relax. Let's get our mind back in it, and just pass the ball, make the easy play.
Some teams too, and Delta's one of those teams. It didn't matter most years how good we are or were. It was Delta,
right?
And they're always good.
Yep.
And sometimes you have teams. You roll into somebody's gym and you're up by 5. And the match hasn't even started yet because you're that team to them. Delta's always been that team to us. Delta could come in here, with a group of puppies, and we'd think, is going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's tough sometimes to get over that mental hurdle. And so sometimes with younger players, though, you can get past that. It's not burned in.
Right.
And depending on how they did in middle school.
Yeah, but a lot of these girls probably played or saw each other in middle school because we're a very, very young team too. So
exactly.
That's going to be off the backboard. Still played.
Nicely played there.
That's a senior for you. She's done that a few times.
That's right.
And the attack in the back corner. Nice swing and a nice finish. That time, that was number 5 Overholt.
Looks like she probably split the block on that one. We're right through it.
That's going to be a service error. So I'll give the side out over to Wes-Del, and Joy Tony will go back to serve.
And you get out of that rotation with a really strong server.
Here comes Delta on the attack. And that one's out. No touch, they say, so that'll be a point. One thing, when Joy's serving well, she can put you on your heels a little bit.
She really can.
It was short this time, catches them off guard. Still a decent swing on it. And that finds the back corner for Freeman, so nice. All 3 phases nice there, the pass, the set, and the finish.
That's just like the book, the pictures in the book.
That's right.
There.
That's exactly what you want, isn't it?
And I'll tell you, that serve is just so key.
Rattling off several points in a row. These have to give you some confidence, too.
I think so, too. And it gives that front row confidence. Right now, they're looking for an overpass. They're thinking, okay, they're having a tough time handling this serve. It might be coming right back to us.
I think the best thing Joy did right there was go short on that second one because she had him backed up so much, and now she's caught him off guard.
Right.
That one's just an unlucky, found the tape and found the floor.
Sometimes, too, as a coach, you sense that the setter or the server, it's getting a little out of control. You want to reel him back in a little bit with the short serve and then have him go back at it.
Here comes Wes-Del on the attack. Antrim will get a chance, and that's the back corner. And that will be out of bounds.
Just wide. She was close on that. It was a good swing. We're getting close. We're having some good swings. You get our hand through the ball, we'll be fine. We're getting it past the block.
Nice attack, and that's a tip, so that'll be a touch and out of bounds and another point for Delta. Delta leading 11-5. Get off to a quick 7-1 start, and then Wes-Del rattled a few points off in a row. Freeman with another chance. Here comes Delta with the attack. And that's out. It'll be a side out and a point to Wes-Del.
That was a good swing by Paisley Terry. Cross body shot, just long, but really got it on the outside of the block there.
Aubrey Antrim back to serve. Nice pass. Gives a chance for Freeman again. Punched over. Right in the middle. Delta on the attack again. Tips and finds the open spot. Nice set. Just kind of, I think the set was a big key to that one. Gave her time to find the open area and then found a nice spot, open spot there. Saw the floor well.
There's always going to be a point in every set where your left back or your right back player is just a little bit too deep. They just get backed up. Your best players still get backed up, and then that opens up that shot. But then you turn around and hopefully you get a service error.
Get it right back.
All is well.
Lily Bird back to serve. Here comes that middle quick hit. This time played up and over, rolled over. Another swing in the middle. This time Joy keeps it alive. Back over to Freeman. And just couldn't get her balance on that one.
Tough ball. Our backcourt's doing a nice job of bringing up that quick attack. It's a little bit too quick for our block right now, but our back row is really covering it well.
And we're going to see that this week later, from what I hear.
That's what I'm told too. The scouting report is fast offense done very well.
That's a point. We talked about that a little bit in the pregame. Catch the podcast later this week, but we were able to talk to Coach Stanley about that. And one of the strengths of Southern Wells is that they're really quick, and they have a player that's just a great player that honestly can play that quick. You have to have someone that also can handle that.
Yeah, you've got to get that pass. You've got to have a setter that adjusts to that hitter that gets up in the air pretty good, and then you've got to have that hitter. And they're all three keys, and they seem to do it pretty well.
Here comes Delta on the attack, and they'll get the point. Wes-Del
creeping back into this.
Yeah, staying right there. Taylor with another chance. That one's pushed to the back, and here comes a quick attack again. A little slide action on that one. Didn't go behind, but nicely played.
Tell you like that 1 foot takeoff, especially in the middle like that. That's fun. We used to call that a J, because it's sort of a J shape, especially if you're coming in from the left side.
Antsy there on that serve. Huh?
Served a little too quick, I think.
Seen that happen a couple times throughout the year. In your head, you're just ready to play. I thought I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear a whistle. Nice swing of Joy.
Beautiful swing.
Put it right in that back corner. No doubt about it, whether it was in or out.
She got her arm through that just really quick.
Layla Carmichael, freshman, playing the libero spot in the last few weeks.
I think she's held down that spot pretty well.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job, and in the serve now. Here comes Delta. This time covered. Pushed to the back row. Wes-Del on the attack. See if Joy can do it again. This time she rolls it and just goes a little short. It's going to be 4. She didn't quite get it over. So back around to Kate Maynor with the serve. Sent over on the service and then played quickly, and the attack too much to handle there for Layla.
It was a bunch. Kate Maynard, the only senior on that Delta squad.
That's right. Go over, and Delta on the attack again in the middle. And you can see why you said earlier that she leads the team in kills, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? And you can see why.
Yeah, she leads the team, Kyra Murray there in attempts. She gets more sets and more kills than anybody else, and has the highest attack percentage.
Usually a good recipe.
Yeah.
This time blocked. Joy tries to go quick over on 2. Delta on the back on the attack.
And you can kind of see what their bread and butter is at Delta. When they're in system, it's going to go fast to the middle.
Wes-Del's going to get a chance to go. And I'm not sure after that catching that first time off guard that dump's going to be there again, but sometimes it's just the easier play if you don't get a great pass.
Yeah, yeah. And she used it early, and she used it up, I think. So now she's got to go to that one zone maybe the next time, toss that with her left hand.
That's just out of bounds. So that'll be a side out to Wes-Del. 19-11. Delta leads. Going to get a substitution. Lily Bird will come in. Presley Durr back to serve. Nice swing and a nice play.
Oh, nicely done.
And finished off there nicely by Delta, but kept alive. Good job by the Warriors to stay scrappy and keep that ball alive.
Yes.
I've often wondered that teams like Delta who never play and typically don't play in gyms this small or practice in gyms with that are the ceilings this low, if that is a benefit to Wes-Del. You're used to having to run around and say, oh, that's going to hit the backboard or hit something. I don't know if it makes any difference. Typically, you don't want the ball that high anyway, I would say. But
around here, Burris would be about the only team with a
Burris and Wapahani, right?
Ceiling. Yeah, with ceilings that low. And Burris's ceiling used to be even lower.
(21-11). And that's right in that middle. They've been attacking right in the middle spot. And if you don't have a block there, it's going to be tough for that back row to pick that up as hard as it's coming.
Yeah. Was that freshman Amira Wilson there?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
yes. Yeah. Yes, it was.
Now, she's a kid they love to run on that faster set in the middle, too. They love to run the quick offense. About all you can do to combat that is just serve to disrupt. Because if you don't, or if you give them a free ball, here it comes.
Yep. Yeah, and they've shown that because we've only played one set, and we've seen that a bunch of times already.
Yep, they are running it to death.
Comes Joy Tony, and that is out. They're wanting a tip, and they're saying no. Sure looked like one from here, but so no tip. So it'll be 23-11. And that one's off the back wall, so this will be set point for Delta here in set number one. Got the score, and make sure we had the score working here, and now we do. Delta just 1 point away from taking this first set, and that's out of bounds, so they're going to have to live to fight another day to try to get their point. Sometimes the last one's the hardest to get. Joy Tony back serving. And there's that middle again, and that'll finish off set number one. So Wes-Del falls to set number one, 25-12. We'll take a short break, then we'll come back and talk about set number two on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Well, we're back and getting ready to start set number 2. Delta takes set number 1, 25-12, and there was a period of time in there where we thought we played really well, and then Delta kind of took advantage of their middles and the fact that we don't really have a block in the middle right now. They were going quick and going often to that middle.
I'll tell you, to beat a team like this that runs that middle that well, you've got to start disrupting from 30 feet back. You've got to serve tough and not let them get that pass, and you've got to challenge them. If you're going to just send it over, you got to push. You got to challenge them with that free ball. Shorten it up a little bit, bring it down off the net. You got to do something better. And then as far as the block goes, you know what they're going to run, so you've got to find that player as a blocker, and not watch the ball.
Yeah,
watch the player. And that's hard to do. It's hard to find that sometimes, particularly with younger players who have spent their middle school years watching the ball go back and forth over the net. You really got to key in on the hitters. Watch the hitter.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially with the young team.
Yes.
And here it is again, and so
you know what they're going to run.
Right.
So put your middle right in front of that kid. Wherever number 10 goes, that's where the blocker goes. You might end up one-on-one out here on the left side, but
one-on-one's better than one-on-none, right?
It is. It really is. It's better not having somebody in that middle. Well, like with Southern Wells, you know where that ball's going. Now, when you got a 6'1" kid that jumps over everybody, that's tough.
Right.
But, again, you got to toughen it up from behind the service line or with fewer free balls. And I'm not saying we're not making that effort, because I think we really are.
Well, and like you said, again, we got to keep in mind some really young players playing some of these positions too, and some of them that are playing varsity maybe a couple weeks now.
Sure.
So,
and I'm guessing Coach Stanley is telling them the same thing we're talking about up here. But it's real easy to sit up here and talk about it. I have found that in these last 2 seasons.
It's a lot easier up here, isn't it?
It's a lot easier to coach from these seats up here.
I'll tell you what, I sleep a lot better when I do these basketball games and go home. Joy Tony back to serve. Here comes Wes-Del on the attack. Just a tough angle.
That is a tough
Taylor
angle.
really didn't have anything to do but try to go cross court. Instead, she kind of ran into the standard over there.
She stayed nice and aggressive, and that's the good news.
Send over on 3. Now Delta on the attack in the middle again. And almost. And just when you think you're going to get a break because they mistime it, it finds the floor.
The net was their friend, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty stellar coaching staff down there on the Delta bench, too. A couple of Delta graduates. Kylie Johnson, formerly Kylie Dorton, their head coach. Katie Williams, formerly Katie LaGrange way back. Both players at Delta. Then you've got, let's see, I think Kylie Bechtolt's down there. Carly Bechtold, a former Yorktown player. And then Haven Gates, a former Wapahani player. And if that's not enough, you've got volunteer assistant coach. I think that means he comes to the practice gym but not to the matches, Jim Craig.
I saw that.
Yes, Jim Craig lives.
And just another break. Getting all the breaks right now are the Delta Eagles that hits the tape and rolls in. So same way we started the last game. I think Delta got off to a 7-1 start.
I think they did. We started to bring it back, but kind of the same pattern here. Their best server back there doing her thing.
That one's just, it does hit the line.
Paints the back edge. Players are questioning it.
Coach was too.
Yeah.
I thought it hit the line.
He's holding that position there. He just now pulled that flag out. Emphatic.
Well, we'll see if Wes-Del can rattle off some points here again like they did last time. They got down 7-1. They got it back to 7-5 before Delta got it. This time, not so lucky. It goes into the net on the short serve.
That's tough. Give you a little bit of psychology here. Studies have shown, and I'm not just pulling this out from under my hat, the confidence that a line judge, let's say in this case, has in their call has no bearing on its correctness. You know, we
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
yes,
and we love to say, well, they made that call really quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And there have actually been studies, not volleyball studies, but just studies.
I don't think the score is correct on. There it is now. Executive producer always has the score right. He always has the score right 50% of the time.
That's right.
I mean, 50% of the time he's right 100%.
You can always count on Wes-Del Sports Network for something close to correctness.
He's in the English major, folks. But he was correct. The home scoreboard was not. They've got it fixed. Here comes Delta. In that middle again.
Ooh. Really nice cross body shot there. And you lose some of your power on a shot like that. But what you lose in your power, you gain in surprise and location.
For sure. She's done that twice now, but that really kind of shows her athleticism that she was able to put that ball into two different spots on miss hits and get both of the points. So Delta off to a quick 10-2 start. This one off the tape. And not able to get it over.
You know, and that's a question right there. Okay, did I not transition far enough out? Did the setter push a ball out that I wanted further inside? Was it just bad communication? Either way, it ends up being a point for the other team, unfortunately.
Well, it is sectional week. The Wes-Del Warriors will travel to Northfield and play the second game on Thursday.
Yes.
We're not sure what time. It says on the schedule 7:30 or 8.
8 o'clock.
It will not start at 8 is our prediction. So if you were going to that game, go early. We're not saying anything disparaging about the game before, but they're probably not listening anyway. We think on paper that Daleville will probably take care of Tri-Central fairly quickly. Stranger things have happened, but let's just say if you're planning on going to the game, I wouldn't wait till 8 o'clock to get there. I would try to get there probably 7:15-ish, 7:30 to be safe.
I think that's sound advice. Top of the bracket there, Northfield plays Cowan Tuesday night, so that's tomorrow night. Northfield the host and the prohibitive favorite. They come in with a 20-9 record, same as North Miami, who's going to get the winner of that match. But Northfield just beat North Miami last week. And again, which side of that do you want to be on, you know? But
right.
We'll see, I guess.
Now the timeout. Here comes the Warrior attack. This one goes outside. A rare shot outside and off the block. I say rare because they've gone to that middle so much. It feels like anytime they go to the outside or right side,
it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was either a mistake or something different, for sure. Nice swing, played. Oh, a little miscommunication, but able to get it over is Delta. That gives Wes-Del a chance. Freeman again off the block. And finds the floor. That's 2 in a row for Paisley Terry, I think. No, she didn't get the one before that. I'm sorry, that was Gracie Maurer on the one before. That one's short, and he's way too short. He hit the right zone just on the wrong side of the net.
You know it's going to be too short when your own players are covering their heads because they're not sure where the ball is.
And give it right back as Wes-Del gets the service error. 14-3. And here comes a substitution for the Warriors. That'll take Paisley Terry back to serve for Delta Eagles. That's
There's that swing you were looking
Swing
for.
I was looking for earlier. It hit the tape, luckily for Wes-Del. There's an outside swing from Maynard.
That was a really nice shot.
Letting Maynard play the front row this time, and she puts it away.
She's got some kills on the year. 33 coming into tonight. Not a bunch of attempts.
Makes them count, and they almost caught him off again, and guess you could say it did because it did the job and got the point.
There you go.
So Wes-Del will get the side out, and that'll take Taylor Freeman back to serve.
If your setter can attack frequently enough to surprise them, which means infrequently, usually works out pretty well.
That is out.
Again, they're really running that quick attack really well for a younger group too. Now their setter, usually their setter, is a senior and very experienced. Right now, she's not. Right now, Paisley Terry is their setter, and again, this is an opportunity for them to get her some playing time before their setter graduates.
Sent out, Maynard with another chance. Off the ceiling and onto the floor, and that'll be another point for Delta as they take a 16-5 lead here in this second set.
Kyra Murray back in the front row, and she's going to run that little curl till she gets blocked and then probably keep running it.
Ooh, off the tape again. You love those when they go your way.
And you think something, a ball popping up like that would be easy to play, and it's really not, because you're thinking I'm going to go to my transition spot, and suddenly you got to stop and
go in the wrong direction, and the ball falls right in front of you. And everybody in the stands can't understand why you didn't get it.
Nicely played by Delta. The craftiness of Presley Durr about got him again.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
That landed in.
Okay, so no call back here from.
Yeah, that was clearly in, but
yeah,
we'll take it.
I think so.
A little short serve and a nice one at
really
that.
Nice serve, really nice serve.
If that's where Coach was asking for it, she put it right there because it was nothing that they could do about it.
If you can put that ball inside that center circle, that's something.
Another short one.
You don't always want to, but boy, that's something.
And tipped and finds the floor. 18-7. The substitutions coming in and out for Delta. Bailey Rich will go back to serve.
Bailey Rich, team leader in digs.
She was on the line, but no call. Here comes out to Joyce. She get good swing, and she does, but it's just out. Tried to go to that back corner again where she's had success tonight. That one wasn't able to find the floor.
I'm to a point where I don't recognize a whole lot of people. Are the line judges one of ours and one of theirs? Are they both ours?
I think they're both ours.
I'd like to see our gentleman down here on the corner get a little bit closer to the court.
(20-7). Delta leads. Here comes Wes-Del. That's going to go over on three. So Delta on the attack. Back to the outside. Swing, and that's going to end up in the student section. Got to give it back.
One of the keys there. She doesn't try to overswing, Kyra Murray doesn't. She does what she needs to do to put the ball in play aggressively.
Keep it in play. Give yourself a chance, and she did a good job of that.
And I think we'll get there with our slide, too. We've seen on occasion Tori Ward run that. We've seen Joy run that occasionally. I think we've seen Aubrey Antrim run that occasionally. We'll get there, I think.
And another timeout here from Coach Stanley, 22-7. This is not one of those. And we talked about this a little bit today too, more off the air. When we talked about timeouts, sometimes are more about not so much what's happening, but let's get some momentum. We're probably
Sure.
not going to win this one at 22-7, but let's get some momentum going into this third set.
It kind of gets that way to where you start thinking about how are we going to come off this court after this set, going into the next set, and so you pump them up a little bit. Let's get to this point, or let's get to, let's create this situation out there before the end of this set. Then we can come in and say we've accomplished a goal, and we can move into the next set knowing that we've done that, and on a positive note. And you can see they're getting together out there. That's a good sign right there. There's still time on the clock.
Yeah. So out of the timeout, let's see if we can get a point here. Win the timeout, as you like to say. Out to Antrim for a chance. That one didn't get over, so that'll be a 4. And stay here with number 4, Bailey Rich.
A few years ago, we got approved to where we could put, some sort of emblem on that top tape. And of course, everybody started doing it. And sometimes I wondered if it stiffened up that top tape too much. And that ball, like Aubrey Antrim's ball, just kind of bent the tape and it came right back. Yeah. It's like, well, if that wasn't up there, would that have made it over?
So that brings up set point here in set number 2, 24-7. Bailey Rich has come in and trying to finish this off. She served quite a few in a row here. Here comes Delta on that short one again, and that's the same result. So that will finish set number 2, 25-7. We'll take a real short break, come back with you on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network, getting ready to start set number 3. Wes-Del trailing 0-2 in sets. They lost the first set 25-12, lost the second set 25-7. So Delta takes an early 2-0 lead. We'd like to see Wes-Del try to fight their way back into this, and that starts with this first few points, and then you try to get on a little bit of a roll, but you can't win the set unless you kind of take control of some of the things that have not gone well for us, and that some of those are handling that middle. And it's just a tough task, it seems like, tonight.
I think you're right. And it does give us, again, a reminder that controlling that middle is going to be really critical this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
And it gives a good practice point there. So we'll get a couple practices in, maybe look at some film, say, look, here's what's going on. Maybe, change a few rotations around, start in a different rotation, something like that. Sometimes just shaking that up can be helpful.
You're looking around on the Wes-Del Sports Network. This will be our last volleyball game due to IHSAA rules and standards. We won't be covering those games. You could look and see. You may be able to find it through the IHSA. There may be somebody that is live streaming through the IHSA at Northfield. You need to go through the IHSA site to try to find that.
IHSAATV.org.
There you go. We know Delta also has their sectional coming up. They drew Newcastle, right, Coach?
Yes, and that's down there at Newcastle too.
Okay. Both teams pretty close as far as record goes, right?
I think so. It should be a good match. Now, Delta beat them earlier this season.
Okay.
But, playing on your own floor, Newcastle, of course, as well as Delta with rich postseason traditions. So it ought to be a real dogfight.
Delta will start serving, and Maynard will serve again to start this third set, and right in the middle this time they do get a block, and that's hit out and not able to capitalize on it, but nice to see the block, and Coach maybe talking and emphasizing that a little bit. And let's work on trying to get this middle block, because like you said, they're going to need it later this week.
That's right. You got to slow that down, at least slow it down. Maybe you don't make the play afterwards, but get some hands up there.
That one out of bounds, so Delta off to a quick start here in this third set.
Their first two servers lead the team in aces. So, always going to be starting that way for Delta.
Here comes Delta on the attack. That one's out of bounds and no touch, so that'll be a side out for Wes-Del. And I'll take Aubrey Antrim back to serve for Wes-Del. Here comes Delta, and it finds the floor, and it's the third point for Delta. And so a 3-1 early lead here by the Delta Eagles.
And they've gotten off to that really good start. Both first two sets. Let's see if we can stop their best server right here. One and done, as the girls used to say. Delta. Now that's a much more aggressive free ball there.
Comes Wes-Del on the attack this time. Van Dur in the game. And the dump kept alive. Freeman with the attack, and that off the tip. Delta will come back from the outside swing. Still alive. This might be the longest rally of the night.
It could very well be.
That one didn't count as a tip, a little too low on the net. So sometimes you can hit that twice, but that really wasn't a tip.
Yeah, she needed to be in the air. You need to be able to call that first one a block.
Right call. And the short serve comes back to haunt Wes-Del this time.
There was a lot of good in that previous rally. A really nice play by Kai Nu, keeping the ball off the floor. Again, we deflected the ball at the net, one of their attacks. So you just got to build on it.
Taking away the short serve right now, leaving the back line open. That's off the block, swing, and out of bounds. So Wes-Del gets the point in the side out.
If you stay aggressive like that, especially when the block is off the net, like that one was, a lot of times you can get those breaks. It's tough to get it all the way from the middle of the court out of bounds, but sometimes it works out that way.
Savannah Durr playing this third set. There's your quick set, and right in the middle again, finds that back corner.
That was really well run by Delta. Sort of a shoestring pass and a really fast set. They run that so well. They have to, especially with the teams they have coming up in the sectional.
Yeah, they're going to have to find different ways to attack. And
yeah.
We'll probably see a little bit more blocking when they play some of those other teams.
So, yeah.
But still, can be very effective. Middle swing, that's off the tip. Kept alive nicely there by Delta. And get another chance. This time it's long and out of bounds. That's an ace.
Good effort there by Joy Tony.
8-2. Let's see if Coach is going to let this go a little longer this time, see if they can work it out themselves, or see if she'll call that timeout. We're getting to that point where it's either let them try to work it out, and there's one way to do it, and that'll help get that service error.
And that's always that moment where you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad I didn't call that timeout.
Right.
Didn't need to call that timeout.
Nice serve. Played well in the middle.
Really nice pass.
It was a great pass and found the floor, so Delta gets it back on the side out, and that'll send Paisley Terry back to serve. Still alive in this one. Goes up in the stands. And let's see, Coach is talking them through that.
And that was a nice hustle by Presley, but asking a little bit too much.
Yes. Not off the block, says the up official. Sometimes you'll see them give that one a little bit. And here comes that timeout we were talking about. So it is sectional week, as we said, Thursday night. If you get a chance, drive to Northfield. You may pass a restaurant somewhere on the way, probably in Marion or somewhere else.
Should be plenty of them.
Yeah, because Northfield is out in the middle of nowhere if you haven't been there. Not that Wes-Del's covered by a whole big metropolis, but you'll find a nice trip up to Northfield and watch our Warriors play Southern Wells, the Raiders. We just played earlier this week, but it should be a fun time. And sectional is always a little different. It feels different. It should feel different. It's postseason.
It is. It's like, playoff baseball.
Yeah.
It just feels different.
That's right.
And it's a good feeling usually, and it's a fun feeling, and the atmosphere is always great. I don't know that I've ever been to Northfield.
Well,
it's in the Wabash area, correct?
Yeah, it is, and it's not much different, honestly, than Wes-Del School. Kind of the same setup. Yeah, there's a long talk, a lot of years. Been talking about for years that Northfield and Southwood would combine at some point, and it's never happened, but they're all kind of over there in that area. Talk about a good team, Southwood.
Yeah, very good team.
Got a good, nice team that we have seen over the years in some tournaments.
Tom Finnicle, the coach up there forever, and the athletic director. Always does a really good job. Talk about high energy. He's like a can of Red Bull on Red Bull.
I've never seen a guy chew gum as fast and as...
I'll tell you, Pete Carroll and Tom Finnicle.
Yeah. Now that went into the net. Mr. Producer is probably going to head home to a...
Have you seen that sleek ride that he's parking out here now?
I don't know. Did you ride the motorcycle today?
No.
No?
No, he's got the new Kia EV6.
Oh, sweet.
In that light gray color that's really popular. That looks great.
Oh, same color as mine. I can't afford that kind of car, but yeah. Mine's supposed to be white. It's just gray, but no. It needs a wash. That's not true. But anyway, yeah, I have not seen that. I'll have to see it.
I think he's got it plugged in outside. I saw an extension cord running out there.
Yeah. Nice. Well played. See if that... Ooh, almost could have been, but... a two these days.
Hey,
and
a little
that was
faster
fun.
offense on our side of the net that time. I like that. It just got across Aubrey's body there, and so she had to chase it to her left, but still well run. I'd say that new car is about as electric as sectional play.
It's electric, as they would say, in the electric slide. You was going to go home probably and sit down to a nice home-cooked meal and all kinds of good things going on, right? What are you laughing about? No. Okay. We'll keep that off the air. I think I'm probably going home to leftovers. That's fine. Nice swing there by Savannah Durr. And that one finds the floor through the block. I think we may be a point off again. I don't know. No, I think it might be them. Off the tip, Delta comes back. And again finds the floor. I thought you said the ball was down. I thought that one was up. I thought she got her hand under it, but
I think it could have been.
I could be wrong. I may be right. I may be wrong. And that one definitely found the floor.
Yeah, that just fell off the table there. That was a good serve.
A little bit of spin, top spin, and knuckled. And here's that timeout. Coach Stanley, I think, just trying to maybe get some motivation here, a little bit of talking through. She doesn't look like she's as angry as she is. Like, let's communicate, let's talk, let's get ready for, I kind of got to get ready for the ball. As the ball's coming, a couple of plays there in a row where we just weren't really ready and weren't moving our feet.
Sometimes it's really easy to stop coaching in a match like this with the third sets like this. But going into the sectional, you certainly don't want to do that. She's doing a nice job of maintaining this team and the expectations.
Well, some things you have to remember also. You got the big game of the week is Thursday.
Right.
And you also have to remember that we're jumping 2 classes for this game. So sometimes, like you said, it's about us and about some things that we can figure out. Let's figure them out now so we don't have to figure them out on Thursday.
It's not always about the W or the L.
Yes.
Of course, that's easier to say, I guess, when you're looking at an L, but at the same time.
Yes. Also when you're sitting up here.
Yeah. Again, coaching from our nest. Good scrappy play by the Warriors here.
Right in the middle again. Still alive. Back over. Oh, just missed time to jump a little bit.
That might answer your earlier question.
There you go. I was just getting ready to think. I knew Biff was going to tell me there's my answer.
And sometimes you, as a coach, you're standing there. You might be going, no, but you want them to succeed on that. I don't think there's any other feeling out there than when you pound that overpass. It's just difficult to do if you're not, 6'1".
Off the block there, finds the floor. And sometimes I think, and I've heard you and other coaches say before, sometimes you let the ball play you more than you playing the ball, and I think that was kind of the case there. Just got over antsy. There's that short one. Played well. Savannah Durr's going to get a chance to swing. Delta back in the middle and back to the back corner again. So that's 19-5. We get a substitution here. That's the second time.
There was a whistle,
Rich has done that.
But it was for a substitution.
That's true.
Yep.
So she was wrong. She wasn't wrong.
She heard a whistle.
She just didn't look over here and see.
That's right.
She was focused on her serving. Joy Tony gets it from the other side, and that one finds the back and off the deflection. There's a point for Wes-Del.
I think we're going to see a lot of that in the next 3 years.
Yeah, you would sure hope so, and I love the way that she's gotten better as the years gone on, and a lot of the girls have, but you like the aggressiveness.
The joy of volleyball. I really like the way her serve has developed.
Of all things to go right for you, it's that little tip over the net. Sometimes, like you said, it's just keeping the ball in play.
Yeah, and that's a communication issue there. The player in back has to make it very, very clear, I'm here. Don't reach back in my face and hit this ball out of bounds.
Sent over on 3. Not exactly how you'd read it up, but here comes Delta on the attack. And when you set it up for a good team like that, they're going to take advantage in most cases.
Yeah, you just make it a little bit too easy for them to run in system. And when they're in system, they're hard to stop.
Make a substitution here. And
Valerie Clark coming in. Get a little playing time.
Valley's going to play a little bit. Back row. Gets a chance right away, as most times that is the case. She might be the good luck charm we needed. Bringing Kai Nu back to serve. Delta in the middle again, off the block. Hustle, but not able to keep it alive, and so that brings it to 22. As most boys that don't understand the etiquette of volleyball threw it over the net. That's a no-no.
They look like they're getting a little antsy over there, and I'm not sure why.
I don't know.
Start of a new 9 weeks today at Wes-Del. Clean slate for everybody. Grade
Maybe that's it.
They're full of energy.
23-7 here in this third set, which looks like will probably be the final set. And that's out of bounds.
Just when you thought.
Side out to the Warriors. We would like to thank you. We will here again, but those of you that joined us this year, it was a lot of fun doing volleyball games here. It's been fun doing the coaches show. You don't see all the behind the scenes stuff. Folks don't, that Mr. Romine does, but it is very much appreciated, and it's the reason why we're able to do this. So we appreciate Mr. Romine. And there's a set and match point as Wes-Del gets 1 point away from this one falling out of reach for them.
Football this weekend.
We have football.
Cambridge City.
Get in that car and drive to Cambridge City Lincoln. You want to talk about a nice, fun drive. Drive over to Cambridge City.
Is it about a half-hour drive that takes an hour and a half?
It's an hour drive that you'll wish you had back. Here goes a short serve, and that's how it'll end. 25-8 in the third set here, and that'll be a match for Delta 3-0. Delta will improve their record. I'll let Coach handle that in a second, but Delta will move their record up, and Wes-Del will get ready for sectional. We'll talk about that in a second. Coach, well, how will that handle us record-wise, and a few of your thoughts on the game here tonight as Wes-Del prepares for sectional?
That takes us to 9-20 on the season. We were, I want to say, 5-20 on the season last year. So improvement, and it's not quite done yet. We've got more matches to play, more volleyball. So 9-20. I'm sure we'll build on that next year as well as far as the regular season goes. Again, a young team. 12-11 for the Eagles as they hit sectional play. They'll travel down the road. I'm not sure when they play. Looking at my notes, but I didn't write it down. You know, an over 500 record for them, and at times they have struggled with the tough schedule, with illness, with sickness, the same as any other team. But good season, I think, for Delta, and as they go to the Newcastle sectional and get to play in the big house down there. But really, the focus is on us. I think, you know, we talk about our growth through the season. We talk about seeing our team never give up, never quit, and I think we still see that. Tonight we got to see some players hit the court that maybe don't get to play too much in a varsity match against a 3A pretty good team. So good experience for them, and again, younger players. So regardless of how this particular match turned out, there's a lot to learn from it. I think there's a lot we can put to use in preparing for Thursday's match against Southern Wells. And the big hitting of Abby Powell, just a sophomore there at Southern Wells, going to be setting all their records if she hasn't already. So that'll be a good test for us too. But nothing but, I think, positives as we finish out this season, work through the postseason, and then even start next season. So I know Coach Stanley has things well in hand. We're not going to get to talk about them again till next year, but I think good things are going to happen for this program.
And like we've always said as coaches, everyone is 0-0 starting in that sectional. It doesn't matter what your record is. Indiana is different than some states, and even some states I coached in, there is no seeding. There is no brackets based on your record. So everybody's got a chance. It's a blind draw bracket, and you're going to go play until you lose. So the goal is to get on the streak at this time of year. So anything can happen. You go into this match. Doesn't matter that you lost to Southern Wells last week. It doesn't matter that what your record was or what their record is. Well, all that matters is what happens on the court.
Right.
So you're looking forward to that on Thursday. We hope the best for Coach Stanley and the Wes-Del Warriors, especially the seniors. Have been a part of this program back when you were coaching, and we look forward to next year and the years to come too with the young girls. So it's been a fun year. It's been a lot of. It's been fun to sit down with Coach. I appreciate her doing that weekly, and you allowing us to do that in your room and setting all that up for us and running all that. But it's been a lot of fun to cover the games this year. And I think that'll do it for us here at the Wes-Del Sports Network. Thank you to executive producer all year long, Mr. Romine, for doing such a great job. I'd like to thank my co-host and a partner here that lets me know exactly what's going on for volleyball, because I really don't know, especially if you ask my daughter. She'll be happy to tell you. It's nice to have Coach Wilson, the Hall of Famer, here with me. And for me, Coach McLaughlin, it's been our pleasure to do Wes-Del Volleyball here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.